Welcome to the Psychic Pinup Podcast, the anything and everything spiritual podcast where we dive into hot topics, readings, viewer questions, and more. Thank you for tuning in. Now, sit back, relax, and let's dive right into it.
Hi everyone, welcome back to another episode of the Anything and Everything Spiritual Podcast. My name is Linda, also known as the Psychic Pinup, and I am so happy that you are here. Many of you listened to an episode I uploaded last week called Signs from Spirit. And my goodness, did I receive such an overwhelming response from that episode. And it was only a very, very short 15-minute episode and only touching the tip of signs from spirit, signs and synchronicities. We can go down so many rabbit holes with this subject, but a lot of you took the time to write to me or connect with me with your own little stories about your experience with connecting with spirit and the signs and synchronicities that they have given you. I would really love to share some of those stories with you today. This is something new that I am introducing here, and I'd love for you to connect with me and share your own stories so that I am able to put them into future podcasts and share them with the public as well. I always say that sharing is caring, and let's get the information out there to the universe and to the world. Today's episode is going to be dedicated to you, the listeners, and your very real experiences with signs from spirit. So I only have a handful of stories here to share with you. And if you do like these stories, please connect with me. Let me know. Let's do more of this. I have changed the names in these stories. Not that I need to protect anybody, but I just thought it was the right thing to do. So story one we have here from Sarah in Victoria. So hi Sarah, thank you for reaching out to me and sharing this beautiful story with us. She says that she lost her mum unexpectedly last year. And in the days after the funeral, she found herself sitting on the back step, feeling completely numb. And out of nowhere, a butterfly flew in and landed on her hand. It just sat there, not flapping, not in a rush, just still. Sarah said it stayed long enough for her to cry, have a chat to Mum, and finally get some of that grief to move on. She said that as soon as she whispered, "I love you, Mum," the butterfly flew away. And she said she knew in her heart that her mum's energy, gentle, patient, and showing up just when she needed her. And that's all she needed to remind her that even though Mum may not be with us still physically, that she is with us still spiritually. Mums are always there. Mums are always there to protect. Now I've got story 2 that comes from Mark in New South Wales. So hi Mark, thank you for sharing this with us. He wrote in to say that he had been thinking about his grandfather who used to sit on the afternoon porch every afternoon and chat while the wind chimes rang in the background. I love wind chimes. Years after his grandfather had passed, Mark said that he was sitting outside thinking about him. The day was still. There was no wind, no breeze, nothing. It was still. Chimes suddenly rang. And again, I'll say there was no wind, nothing else moving. He said it was enough to give him goosebumps all over and just instinctively said, "Hey, Pop." He could feel that calm presence with him again. It's funny when we do get signs and synchronicities from our loved ones, and more often than not, you'll find that these signs and synchronicities will come when we're actually thinking about them. I always say to people that when we are thinking about them, it's because they are there and they are trying to communicate with us. And sometimes they just have to put these signs in front of us to reinforce that they are with us. I've got story 3 here. It's from Jess, also in New South Wales. So hi Jess, thank you for sending this in to me. She was writing about her grandmother who always wore a rose-scented perfume. She said that she hadn't smelt the perfume since her nan passed, until one night when she was sitting in bed reading and the scent suddenly filled the room. She could smell that perfume. Again, we have the same scenario where there's no breeze, there's no windows open, no candles burning, so we weren't getting a scent from any candles. It was just this unmistakable scent of roses wrapping around her like a big hug from spirit. She knew that it was her nan, and it was her nan letting her know that she was near, watching over her. I've also got another story here from Anne from Western Australia, all the way on the other side of the country. If those who don't know, I am based in Sydney on the east coast of Australia, and Anne is on the other side in Western Australia. I'm on the east coast, she's on the west coast. Anne says that she is quite used to receiving signs and synchronicities from spirit, and as a counsellor, she was due to see a client who was coming to see her in relation to her husband who had tragically passed. Anne says that she woke up at 2 p.m. So she must have had a little afternoon nap, which I love. And she could smell eggs cooking. She said that when her client arrived, she asked her client if she would like some cake. And she said no, she'd just had eggs for breakfast. Anne says, I believe her husband was here waiting for her. And again, as I say to people, you can't make this stuff up. I love how spirit works. I love how spirit communicates with us. And this is when I would encourage you all to be a little bit more open to be receiving these signs and synchronicities from spirit. But what I love about these stories is how subtle the signs can be, but how powerful they are at the same time. We need to keep reminding ourselves that spirit doesn't always speak in loud, dramatic moments. More often, it's in the quiet, stillness, or the deeply personal symbols that mean something just to us. It may not mean anything to other people, but if it means something to you, it's something for you from spirit. Whether it be butterflies, wind chimes, a scent, a song, a flickering light. Remember, it is spirit's way of saying, I'm still with you. So if you've ever had a moment like this, no matter how small, trust it. You're not imagining it. You're not making it up. These moments are reminders of love that never dies. Even if you haven't noticed a sign yet, don't worry. Spirit has perfect timing. Just ask, stay open, and keep your hearts soft to the possibility. I'd love to keep sharing more stories like these. So if you've experienced a sign from a loved one in spirit, please message me through my website, through Facebook, my email. My email is hello@thepsychicpinup.com.au. I read everything, and you never know. Your story could help someone else heal. So thank you so much for listening today, and until next time, stay open, stay connected, and trust in the magic of spirit. Bye for now.
You have been listening to Linda, the Psychic Pinup. Linda is a psychic medium based on the New South Wales south coast of Australia. You can connect with her via her website, thepsychicpinup.com.au, or join her on her weekly live feeds on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, all under the same name, The Psychic Pinup. Thanks for listening.